It's a great evening indeed to be with you. I'm Supriya Srinath right here in New Delhi, and straight on to a top story at this hour really. Vijay Mallya may soon lose his parliament membership. The ethics panel of the Rajya Sabha today decided to expel him from the upper house as he continued to play hide and seek with investigative agencies in the Kingfisher Airlines money laundering case. The panel, headed by Karan Singh, a very eminent parliamentarian himself, took a unanimous decision that Mallya's expulsion is now unavoidable and has given a week's time for him to respond to that notice. The move comes a day after the government revoked Mallya's passport and began the extradition proceedings against him.
That's not all. The lenders consortium led by the State Bank of India stepped up the heat on the former liquor baron. Banks rejected Mallya's claim that he's not bound to disclose his overseas assets, accusing him of diverting loans meant for Kingfisher Airlines to shore up his personal wealth. Meanwhile, banks' hopes of recovering some money by selling Mallya's assets are fading fast, with hardly any suitor lining up for the Kingfisher Airlines brand. The end game for Mallya, that's our top story on India Tonight.
From Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan to Krishna Menon and even to Govind Vallabh Pant, these very illustrious men have walked the haloed walls of Indian Parliament by the virtue of being members of the Rajya Sabha. And then times changed, and so did precedents. The high-flying, hard-to-party businessmen like Mallya made their way to the prestigious house. But that is set to change. After many charges of money laundering, willfully defaulting on loans and not paying his employees, the Union Parliament wants to disgrace Vijay Mallya out. That's the decision taken by the Ethics Committee of the Rajya Sabha.
सारी परिस्थिति देख के हम इस नतीजे पे पहुंचे हैं कि इनको राज्यसभा से निष्कासित किया जाना चाहिए। लेकिन हमने उनको अब ये सोचा है कि हम उनको एक हफ्ता देंगे, अगर वो कुछ कहना चाहें तो कहेंगे। फिर हमारी मीटिंग होने वाली है 3 तारीख को, उसमें हम अंतिम निर्णय लेंगे।
The committee is unanimous in its opinion, and the 1-week notice given to Mallya is a mere formality.
एक हफ्ते के बाद कमेटी नोटिस दिया, उनका देखेंगे, और देखना क्या है वो तो पक्का है कि कमेटी जो है फिर से बैठ करके जो कानून और प्रोसीजर है उसका पेट भरने के बाद इनको निकालने का काम करेगी।
To arrive at this tough decision, the committee has not just scrutinized Mallya's bank accounts, but has also taken his conscious escape from India very unkindly. In fact, Vijay Mallya's membership in the Consultative Committee on Aviation has earned the panel's ire too. This is Mallya's second stint in Parliament, a stint that would have ended in July of this year. After his passport was revoked, the imminent cancellation of his membership is bound to bother Vijay Mallya. But will he respond to Parliament at least, or use the same time-buying tactic that he's used with the Enforcement Directorate or even the Supreme Court? Only time will tell. But experts do believe that Parliament has sent out a clear message. No one with such grave charges levelled against him can be a part of the August House. One though hopes that the same standards and scrutiny will be applied in future cases for hard-nosed politicians as well. Supriya Srinath, ET Now, New Delhi.
And that really will be the litmus test of Parliament. Is that a rule that's going to be applied to hard-nosed politicians as well? But for more on Mallya's cup of woes that are really brimming, we're going to be joined by Arun Nayal and Utkarsh Chaturvedi, who both join us right here live on India Tonight. Thank you very much, both of you, for being with us. The consortium of banks has filed a reply to Mallya's affidavit in the Supreme Court. Arun, what do the bankers really say at this moment?
Well, Supriya, for the affidavit that was filed by Mallya last week, they have replied point by point to that affidavit, in which he had said that he does not want to disclose his offshore assets because the banks do not have any right to know about it, neither about his family nor about himself. That is what the bank has replied in today's affidavit. They have filed a reply saying that the non-disclosure of assets by Mallya does not enable the banks to come at know whether he is in a position to settle his loans that raise upwards of 9,000 crore rupees. Now they have said that he cannot claim a privilege to hide his offshore assets. They've also said that he's suppressing the facts in this case, which is not right, because they want to recover the money which was owed to him and his Kingfisher Airlines. They've said that he was a personal guarantor while claiming loans for Kingfisher Airlines, and because he was a personal guarantor, it is upon him to be present in the court, and the banks have the full right to go ahead and know about his offshore assets as well. The banks have also gone ahead and said that if, knowing that his passport has been revoked, the banks, Mallya can go to London Embassy of India and get a travel document to travel to India and appear before the Supreme Court in this case if he is serious about the negotiation with the banks and settle his dues in this case. So the case is coming off for hearing tomorrow. It would be interesting to see what view the Apex Court takes in this case.
Well, let's on the Supreme Court then. Now, while the banks are after Mallya's assets, there seem to be no takers for the Kingfisher brand. ET now learns SBI Caps, which had put the brand on auction some weeks ago with a base price of 300 crore rupees, has now been forced to lower its expected price for lack of buyers. Utkarsh, it's a sharp reduction and a sudden one in the value. Now tell us, what value is SBI Caps expecting for brand KFA? Many might question, is there any value at all for this particular brand? Are there any takers after all?
There seems to be no takers for the brand Kingfisher Airlines, which SBI Cap has put on the block. And the new valuation, which we are getting to know from our sources, is a shocking 6 crore rupees. Now, SFIO, the Serious Fraud Investigation Office, had asked SBI Caps to give a number to the current brand value of Kingfisher Airlines, and they have given an amount of 6 crore rupees only, which is far below from the earlier 4,100 crores, which Grant Thornton had estimated at somewhere around in 2012. In fact, post that, SFIO is looking at that valuation, believing that that valuation has been really escalated beyond the point. But not only that, in fact, a month before, SBI had come out with the bridge, and the starting bid was somewhere around 366 crores. So from the 4,100 crores is a 366 crores, and now a mere 6 crores. So this has been the journey of Kingfisher Airlines brand. And remember that it was put as a collateral, so loans were given on that amount. So if you talk about the kind of recovery it will have, and especially a lot of people are questioning this 6 crore amount as well, because it's the third time that the Kingfisher Airlines brand has come on the block and there has been no takers. So we really have to see that once this is a sharp decline, second, is the Kingfisher brand has this value also or not.
All right, there's just so much more that's coming up right here on India Tonight. But for now, Utkarsh and Arun, thank you very much for getting us details of every bit about Vijay Mallya there.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.